Okay, welcome. We are going to go on a sightseeing tour to... We're at Harwarden, I don't know how you pronounce it really, Harwarden. Just south of Liverpool. We're going to go and have a look at the Liverpool city and up to Blackpool. See how good this Google Maps add-on is. And let's... Don't think we need a pushback really. I might catch him with a wingtip, but I hate the pushback system, so we'll take a chance and see if we can miss him. Okay, just waiting for flight injector to finish putting in some other aeroplanes. Let's get started. So let's check all my controls are free and easy to mixture rich. Yeah, everything's working well. Okay, so battery on, alternator on, avionics on, nav lights on, check flaps. Such a long runway, don't even need flaps to take off on this one. Although maybe it's good practice to just have 5 degrees, maybe not. Anyway, so a little bit of throttle, so we got 1000 revs. Beacon on. Start her up. Starter on. That's it. Just under 1000 revs, that's fine. From memory. Okay, let's set. Altitude's going to be 2500. There we go. Heading, we'll sort that out when we get lined up on the runway. If we need to use anything in the way of, set the range a little bit out a bit. Is that the right way or the wrong way? This is Liverpool. That's Liverpool Airport. Okay. Now, not sure if they got full ATS, so let's listen to the weather.
Harwarden Airport information, Alpha 0900 Zulu. Wind 271 at 7. Visibility, 9er. Sky condition, 9,900 feet, scattered 13,800 feet, scattered. Temperature, 15. Dew point, 1 tree. QNH 29.92. ILS runway 22 in use. Landing and departing runway 22. DFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions.
Okay, we're going to have a pushback now. It's put aircraft in, I think. I don't think we're going to get around there. So, slight amendment here. Let's just quickly switch off temporarily. At least we know it's running. And let's get a pushback.
Harwarden ground Cessna Golf, Kilo Echo Victor Golf requesting pushback.
Cessna Golf, Kilo Echo Victor Golf, pushback request accepted.
Otherwise we're going to cut him up, aren't we? If we don't stop the engine. Take the handbrake off for him. That's far enough.
Harwarden ground Cessna Golf, Kilo Echo Victor Golf requesting the end of pushback.
I wish they just make him stop instantly
Cessna
and then
Golf,
do the
Kilo
verbal.
Echo Victor Golf, request
See?
to end pushback
Nearly hit another
received.
one. Anyway, so he's gone. So we can go back and start up again. Oh, I've got Toby Eye Tracker, which is... I did have VR... Oh, of course. Put the mixture back. I did have VR, but I didn't think VR was as good a quality, to be honest, and I much prefer this. And I didn't get dizzy spells afterwards either. Got a little bit... Ugh. So let's get permission to go track out to the north.
Harwarden ground Cessna Golf, Kilo Echo Victor Golf request taxi for departure to the north with Alpha.
Cessna Golf, Kilo Echo Victor Golf, taxi to and hold short of runway 22 via taxiway Juliet November. Contact tower on 124.955 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 22 using taxiway Juliet November Cessna Echo Victor Golf.
Right, I do normally... oh, we're going that way. I do normally... what was I going to say? Do normally use copilot for the radio. Saves messing about with this stupid menu. But because we're coming back to Harwarden after our journey, as soon as we take off, he'll just ask to land again. So we're going to leave him turned off for a little while. So let's full left pedal, taxi light on. Not that I ever really used them before, but you don't have to. Alright, forwards we go. Nice tight turn. Using a little bit of brake as well to get us round. Left hand brake. Okay, know where we're going. Back down to 1,000 revs. Along we go. Okay, pre-takeoff power settings. We could skip them because it's a simulation. So the winds, we are going almost into the windsock when we get round here at the bend. Strange, taking off on, taking off on 2.2 and the wind looks as if it's, oh well, yeah, 271 isn't it coming from? Never mind. So there's a windsock there going to our left. So we need to, bit of a crosswind maybe. Let's just stop and park into the wind-ish. And brake on. $1,700. Nice and steady. Oh, check. Left and right mags. Good. We got an idle. We have. Back to 1,000. Don't really want too much grass, but hey ho, why not? Like I say, it's a sim. Everything might not be 100%. I haven't flown for over 6 years now. Things do change, but on to Juliet. Off of Juliet, I should say. Weather doesn't look 100% brilliant, but hey, winds are low, clouds are high enough, so let's crack on. Here we come to 2-2 hold. Nicely done.
Harwarden Tower Cessna Golf, Kilo Echo Victor Golf ready for north departure at runway 22.
Cessna Golf, Kilo Echo Victor Golf, wind 271 at 7. North departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 22.
Cleared for takeoff runway 22 Cessna Echo Victor Golf.
Okay, actually I still need that open. Make it small, put it down there. Right, fuel pump on, landing lights on. Strobes on. Not all light aircraft have strobes. Taxi light off if I want, or you can leave them both on. Doesn't really make a lot of difference. Okay. Line ourselves up. Right. Seat belts are secure. Doors are all secure. Canopy secure. Fuel pumps on. Heading bugs. Whoop. There we go. So, handbrakes off. Everything is secure. Let's go. Bring the revs up. Release the brakes. Bit of right hand pedal. Push the stick forward a little bit, so make sure we don't lift too early. Speed's alive. Temperatures are all in the green. 40 knots. Try to keep it straight. 60. Rotates at 70-ish. Up we go. Right hand wing quite often drops. Come on, up we go. Oh, it's left hand wing today. And up we go. Carry on runway heading. Nicely climbing. Waiting for permission to head off up north.
Cessna Echo Victor Golf,
There we go.
continue for north departure.
Harwarden Tower Cessna Golf, Kilo Echo Victor Golf continue for north departure.
Okay, so we don't need the radio anymore until she says we're out of airspace. So let's turn around. 15 degrees while in the turn. A little bit of right pedal. Speeds come down a little bit because we're climbing quite high. You can see my track there. Almost 30 degrees there. Okay, still come around a little bit more. Cloud base, we're okay. Still climbing to. I like flying manually quite often, but autopilot sometimes throws a wobbler with the traffic. There's a runway back there, so we don't want to incursion on the airspace too much. So we'll carry on this heading for a little while. climbing quite well. Now when you put the autopilot on, it'll give me automatic pitch and roll. And there we go, and we just carry on climbing. Put the heading bug, in fact actually we're on GPS, so we put the heading bug. We can switch to GPS on the autopilot. In fact no, that's no good because we're miles away. We're not on the heading bug, we'll hit the heading bug. And while we're climbing we're okay, don't want to over rev it, we'll get a warning if we're not careful.
Cessna Echo Victor Golf,
There we
leaving
go.
right airspace frequency change approved.
Okay, let's get...
Harwarden Tower Cessna Golf, Kilo Echo Victor Golf frequency change.
So in theory we would have a basic service, but because this is American we have to have a flight following,
Liverpool
which would
approach Cessna
be
Golf, Kilo Echo
a
Victor
traffic
Golf is type
service
Cessna
in the
Skyhawk
UK,
3 miles
but
northwest
that's
of
not
Harwarden,
needed for
2,500
VFR.
feet. Request flight
So
follow.
I could fly it. Oh, there's me over
Cessna
revving
Golf,
warning, bring the
Kilo
revs
Echo
down a little
Victor
bit.
Golf, Liverpool approach.
We're now coming up to 2,500 on the altitude on the autopilot.
Squawk
Cool.
0132 Cessna Echo Victor Golf.
So in theory I would talk to
Cessna
them
Echo
still
Victor Golf
and
radar
request a
contact
basic
3 miles
service.
northwest of Harwarden, 2,500 feet.
I do, thank you very much.
QNH 29.902.
Now we're a fair way
Roger,
away,
Cessna Echo
but I've
Victor
still got to
Golf.
wait because otherwise it will ask us to land again. We'll wait till we're sort of halfway through. So as you can see we are just to the left of our track, which is good. I prefer to be right of the track, then I can see what on the track as it were, but it doesn't matter too much. This is Liverpool base in here, so we're going to do a little bit of manoeuvring and sightseeing around here to see what we got. We're now 2,500 feet and we can bring the revs down to a nice modest 2,300, 2,400. So we don't want to use more economical for the sake of 10 knots or whatever. There we are, 2,400. Speed will come down to about 100 knots. Which is about right. Fuel pump off. Flaps are up. Landing light can come off because they just burn out. We're not a commercial plane. Now we can raise our seat a little bit to have a peek. There we go. So we can come round. Oop. Let's set our head in. Let's come over to the right a little bit, just by 10 degrees. What's more than 10 in it? Anyway, there we go. Well, we can head over to there. I've got a bit at a height that we can glide clear, so we can stay at 2,500. 2,000 is probably a little bit low, to be honest, I think, for Liverpool City. Visibility is not too bad today, within limits. So this is Google Maps, not Bing. I find these much better colours. But it's a fee, you have to pay a fee for it. Map enhancement is the program, I think. Have a quick look, show you it. There we go. Now let's fly by wire. There. Map enhancement. And you have to register and pay it. It's not a big fee, I don't think. Not a lot, about 15 quid I think it was, not a lot in this day and age. So anyway, here we are coming over good old Liverpool. So we're going to come to the left just a little bit. See what see if we can see the Liver building, etc. The course has been plotted with little nav, which is this one. Oh, there you can see where we are. We've got other traffic 16,000 feet above us, going over the top of us. Not going to see it with all the cloud. And you can see all the other traffic around that's been injected in by fly-by-wires injector. Don't know what FST, what is it, FSLTL or something like that. What is it? There we go. FSLTL. Don't know what it stands for, but there you go. Anyone know? Let me know. So we're going to just come over to the left a little bit more now. You can see the GPS arrow that will take us to our next raid point. Once the magenta line is lined up onto it, you are actually on it, but we're going in the rough direction anyway, and you can see it just about here. There we go. So let's have a quick decaroo. See what Liverpool looks like. There's a couple of big buildings. Oh, there's the Liver building there with the two prongs sticking out, or towers, or whatever you want to call it. So we could slow down and go into slow flight mode. Cut the throttle a little bit. Autopilot will keep us at this height. Speed's dropping down. First stage of flaps. There they are, it's 85 knots now. Speed's still coming down a little bit. Go a little bit to the left again so we get a better picture of the Liver buildings. There we go. So it's pretty impressive, I think, Google, compared with Bing. And with this program, actually, you can download the latest Bing maps if you don't want to pay for Google. There's a YouTube video that shows you how to do it. Most things are on YouTube if you want to know how to do it. Check our speed now, we're 70. We could have another stage of flaps. And we're coming really slow flight now. Give it a little bit more throttle. Hold us there. So we are now really slow flight, as you can see, so you can get real good sightseeing opportunities. You can also view outside the plane, which is not realistic, but the options there. So we now need to turn left a little bit more. It's 70 knots, which is fine. So you can see where we are now. Well, we're almost on the track we want to be on, so you can see it's gone highlighted magenta, so GPS is picking it up. So let's bring our revs back up to 2000 and bring one stage flaps up, and flaps up completely with any luck. There we go. Speed will pick back up again. So we're slightly to the left of the GPS. In fact, the magenta line's in the middle, so if I actually hit the GPS button now, we will go and stay on the track rather than freedom of speed is coming up. bring the throttles back down just a little bit. At 117 knots. A quick peek out the top, like that, or we can have a peek out the top, like that. So nice patterns on the earth of the shadows of the clouds, which is quite nice and realistic. Don't want complete clear skies. Could download real weather, but I think real weather up here at the moment is pretty crap. So we'll carry on and have a look around Blackpool. Next stop. Must try and work out how to put chapters in, because you don't really want to sit here all that time. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. There we go. Another user. So if you had a real chart with it, I have got a real chart, but it's well out of date. I could look at the chart and say, yeah, that's so and so down there. But we can just do this and zoom in a bit, and it will tell us where we are. Ellesmere Port is
Cessna Echo Victor Golf. Contact Blackpool. Approach on 119.955.
Okay, contact
Good
Blackpool, which is coming up. So we are now going over Hightown and hitting Formby. Cut the jets and planes. There's 1,500 Glory Air there. Skyhawk to our right. So I might be able to see him.
Cessna Echo Victor Golf. Acknowledge last transmission.
Yeah, sorry dear. So I'm going to get me copilot.
119.955
handle
Cessna
that.
Echo Victor Golf.
So we
Goodbye.
might be able to see a plane to our right.
Harwarden Tower Cessna Golf, Kilo Echo Victor Golf is 22 miles north, 2,500 feet with Alpha to land.
No. Let's see.
Cessna Golf. Kilo
Bugger.
Echo Victor Golf. Harwarden Tower. QNH 29.902. Wind 271 at 7.
No.
Make left base runway 22.
Make left base runway 22 Cessna Echo Victor Golf.
Bloody
Cessna
thing.
Echo Victor Golf. Wind 271 at 7. Clear to land runway 22.
What, from 22 miles out? Got to be joking, ain't ya?
Clear to land runway 22 Cessna Echo Victor Golf.
Anyway, there's airport coming up here. We're way above their airspace. So, we now need to cancel that. We're not
Harwarden Tower
landing it.
Cessna Echo Victor Golf cancel landing intention.
Cessna Echo Victor Golf. Your cancellation is received.
Oh, this done it to me the other day, this did. Oh, it's alright. We won't worry about the radio too much until we come back in. It's like glitch when you actually cancel that. Don't know whether it's FTSL or I don't know what it is, but I'm now going to be talking to myself. So anyway, coming up over. See what happens if I turn it back on. Might do something, might not do something. Nearest airport list. Ah. Okay, let's turn him off again. My nearest airport is also one we're just about to go over. It's at Woodgrove Air Force Base. We've gone past that, so we do. There we go. Blackpool. No, we're not going How's that? See if we can get it. Go back. Oh, I've got a flight following going. Let's cancel that.
Blackpool approach Cessna Echo Victor Golf cancel flight following.
Cessna Echo Victor Golf Blackpool approach cancellation received. Squawk 7000.
So that's your general squawk 7000, which a lot of people do. So really and truly we just say basic service, and they would tell us about traffic. They don't have to, but they do. So we would talk to the next airport that's coming over, that we're coming up to, which is Walton. We would talk to them and say we're passing overhead at 2,500. The same with Blackpool, but we can't do that because this won't let me do it.
Blackpool approach
So we'll have a
Cessna Golf,
flight
Kilo Echo
following.
Victor Golf is type Cessna Skyhawk 3 miles northeast of
They
Woodvale,
will
2,500
inform everybody
feet.
as
Request
we go
flight
along
following.
for us.
Cessna Golf Kilo Echo Victor Golf Blackpool approach. Squawk 0732.
Squawk 0732 Cessna Echo Victor Golf.
Okay, as a backup, we'll put the heading back to where we are.
QNH 29.902. Cessna Echo Victor Golf, did you copy?
Oh, sorry dear.
Roger Cessna Echo Victor Golf.
There we go. So we can go straight across there. Got a bit of height that we can glide clear. We're not more than 10 miles off of the coast, so we don't need life jackets, although it could be advisable to wear them if you've got them, but that's another expense that they don't tell you about when you learn to fly. And then obviously if you've got a life, you're going across water, you, strictly speaking, you want a bloody lifeboat as well, and then you want a locator beacon, so that's even more, another few £100. Some flying schools will have the equipment that you can hire, because you're not going to do it every day of the week because it costs lots of money. I think it's nearly £200 an hour now for a four-seater like this, or a four-seater like this actually will probably be about £180, £190 an hour. So this is the next best thing. Okay, splashed out a little bit of money in a yoke and some panels, but if you hunt around and get them all nice and second hand, in fact actually the autopilot panel is cheaper from Logitech brand new than it is on eBay, so be careful if you decide to do anything like this. Check out the original prices. £80, 80, well it's £90 or about a pound, 89.99, and people are asking well over £100 for it on eBay. The switch gear was one of these new, opened and never used, advertised, 60 quid. It's a lot cheaper than 140 quid. And the yoke was another new, used, new, unopened, never used, and it is not a mark on it. So again, £80 for a yoke instead of 140, 150 quid. I've got the ProFlight Stalic from Logitech. With hindsight, I think I'll probably want the honeycomb. It's got a slightly different feel to it, but beggars can't be choosers. And all the panels will fit. Logitech panels will fit and integrate with honeycomb joystick. The best way we because mine's got actually USB ports in the yoke, but it never seems to. We're going to the left-hand turn here. Never seems to sort of. It doesn't seem to work very well when you use the yoke USB ports. So I've now wired it all up with a separate one USB for the yoke. Fire that up, and everything else runs off of a separate USB with a 4-way, in fact I've got 6-way USB adapter. Download to get all the switch gear to work. Microsoft doesn't pick it up, it picks up your throttle quadrant and your yoke, but the other switch gear it doesn't pick up, and you go to Logitech and download a driver, put that in, and there's literally no adjustment whatsoever. If I flick to heading now on my switch panel, you can see it's gone to heading. I'm going all the way around there. Switch back to nav, and literally there's been no programming for that whatsoever. So we're coming round and coming up to Blackpool. A bit dull over there, but it's not too bad. And that is Lytham St Anne's. There you go. I'll have a quick look round Blackpool, and the next time I speak to you will be landing at Harwarden or Harwarden. Okay, coming overhead Blackpool Airport right now. With any luck? There we go. So in theory I'd be on the UK system, I'd be talking to them, telling them that I'm passing overhead at 2,500. Their airspace is normally up to 2,000 on most GA airports, or Blackpool's quite important one. So there's Blackpool ahead. I can see Blackpool Tower from here already. So we're going to go and have a look at that and then turn around. If I can get my mouse to work. There we go. There it was, just under here. There we go, that's it there. My mouse is a wireless mouse, and it's a fair way away now from the computer to allow for room. So we're lining up again, and let's put there's Blackpool Tower coming up. So we put heading bug on, switch to heading, because I don't want it turning round. It will swing me right round and take me back. And we can slow down a little bit. We could actually come down a little bit as well. So let's change our altitude to 2,000. Vertical speed -4. And it will bring me down, hopefully. Oh no, it won't. Hang on a minute. No, it will. Go back to the heading bug, reduce throttle speed a little bit, and we can come around as we drop down and keep the speed sensible. Here is Blackpool Tower. We are descending at 400 feet per minute. Still keeping up a nice 105 knots. What's out this side? This is Blackpool itself. So we're coming up. This is all Blackpool. Thornton there. Flied to our right. That's Flied over there. So it's pretty handy. We're coming down to 2,000 feet now. Altitude's gone. Switch back to altitude mode. Increase our revs back up to 2003, 2004. Not in any rush. Now we can go back to nav mode. And it will swing us around and bring us back. With any luck, here we go. I do like about the high wing is that you got lovely views below. You got a low wing, it's in the way of your views. The only trouble with a high wing is before I turn there, technically I should lift my wings to make sure I'm not turning into anybody. Someone will criticise me, I'm sure. Anyway, let's come back down the coast. Now, because the likelihood of someone being below me, I could technically come down to 500 feet if I wanted to. Still got to be able to glide to somewhere safe, but the low flight rule would kick in. So where's the tower gone? Probably quite a way behind. Coming back on a slightly different track. We're going straight back. No coastal deviations. We're doing alright for speed. Give it another couple of 50 odd knots there, 2,300. There's the coast again. Coastal road. And the tower. And as you can see, with cloud and light and everything, when you turn around and head a different heading, things do get different. They look different. You think, hang on, am I in the same place? Because the light refraction is so different. So we'll come back onto our heading to come back to Harwarden, I don't know, whatever you want to pronounce it at. And next time I speak to you will be when we approach to land. Okay, I lied. As you can see, it's a dead straight track back across water. So let's get ourselves a bit of height, because I'll get halfway across that. So I reckon 3,000 should do us. Preparing for the avoidable. We don't want an engine failure over water. We need to be able to glide clear, so better to be higher than too low. You can't get it back once you've lost it. The thing is though, you practice engine failures, but they never actually switch the engine off in the UK. You're on idle, so you don't quite come down as fast. And I always remember my instructor saying, Kevin, be aware that you will come down a lot quicker. I was always too high 9 times out of 10, and then I learned side slipping, which is a glider technique to lose some height without having to go round and wind and whatever. So we're now coming up to 2,000 feet. 3,000 feet, I should say. Wind the old throttle back off a little bit. There we go. I'm going to leave it at 2,500. See what speed that gives me. Of course, you know, the air could be quite thin today. Our temperature's fairly high. It's 21, 22. Like I was saying, so if I was always high, then that's not such a bad thing, because I know that I'll be coming down a lot quicker. Never had an engine failure, touch wood. For real. I had a misfire on takeoff and popping and banging, which made me turn around and get back on the ground pretty quick. And I had a passenger that was throwing up all over the place, so that again was a pressure landing, in that I want to get on the ground before they throw up all over the place and over me. But hey ho. Right. So it will be a little bit of a break now anyway. See, now we can definitely glide over there. There's quite a few fields there. We could drop it in. Who knows? Okay, coming up to Liverpool now. 3,000 feet. Switch to heading mode. Now we can come slightly to the right. I keep forgetting to switch the mode to modern. Anyway, slightly to the right.
Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Emperor Oscar Tango Echo.
So we're now on Liverpool approach.
Oscar Tango Echo, you are 8 miles east of Liverpool. Contact Liverpool Tower on 126.355.
So if we look at Liverpool, there we go. We're going to cross over, which is a bit of a pain.
Tower on 126.355.
Class D. So we need to ask for Class D airspace clearance. We should, but it doesn't allow us to do that. So we will turn right. 2,000 feet. We're in Class D anyway, so it should have. Because I'm on the flight follower and it's allowed me to do it, but in theory, in practice, you would have planned that. So we're going to come round to the right, and we are going to come down to 1,500.
Approach Ryanair 6359er is passing 6,900 feet, descending 2,500 feet. Ryanair 6359er Liverpool, approach QNH 29er.9er2 radar contact, continue to Lima Papa Lima.
Mixture's rich. So really and truly, you would get the Class D transition, because you really don't want to be too low over here, because where are we going to go if the engine conks out? There's a bit of greenery around, not a lot though. Head off and land on a beach maybe. We're going to come down this way, down and round, stay to the greenery that you can see in front of us, come down this way, 2,200 feet at the moment. This is not too bad. And at the moment we are inside the 1,500. Comes 2,500. That's if that's right. It's easier to use a chart actually. 1,900. Come round to our left. airfields here now, so stay away from villages, etc.
Ryanair 6359er, descend and maintain 2,000 feet.
So we're 1,500. Bring the res back up a bit.
Descend and maintain 2,000 feet, Ryanair 6359er.
There we go.
Ryanair 6359er, you are 12 miles northeast of Liverpool. Contact Liverpool Tower on 126.355 when inbound. Tower on 126.355 Ryanair 6359er.
So we're okay like this for the time being, I think. A little bit of a town there. So we're coming left a bit more.
Liverpool approach Gemstone Tree 19er 26,300 feet. Gemstone Tree 19er 2 Liverpool approach QNH 29er decimal 9er 2 radar contact. Continue to Lima Papa Lima.
Just doing my emails. Right, email's done. Plenty of fields to drop into at this height. And we will talk to turn him on.
Liverpool approach Cessna Echo Victor Golf, cancel flight following.
Cessna Echo Victor Golf Liverpool, approach cancellation received. Squawk 7000. Frequency change approved.
Harwarden Tower Cessna Golf, Kilo Echo Victor Golf is 9 miles north 1,500 feet with Alpha to land.
There we go.
Cessna Golf, Kilo Echo Victor Golf, Harwarden Tower. QNH
We haven't got Alpha to land, but I'm not going to bother with that. There we go, she's going to tell me the weather anyway.
Fly left base runway 22 Cessna Echo Victor Golf.
So he wants me to join at left base. Americans don't do overhead joins. They think they're dangerous. So I'm quite happy to join left base. So let's come down to circuit height. 1,000 feet. So we got to go ahead to the 220 is the heading. So it's to our right.
271 at 7. Clear to land runway 22.
Okay, well we're going to come around this
Clear to land runway 22 Cessna Echo Victor Golf.
building here. Wait till we can see it. Speed's okay, I'm not worried too much. Look at me chart, I see where we are. Oh, what we got around us? 1,490, we've got quite a few little planes around us. Will we see them? Who knows, I seem to have this injectors, but... So where is the airport? It's got to be to our right somewhere. I'm quite happy come left a little bit more. Altitude's 1000. Really going to join left base. We're going to fly straight in at this rate. So where the hell is it? Is that it there? Don't look too bad. So anyway, as long as we're on the rough heading at 1000. So let's slow to 90 knots, somewhere around there. So right 220. See what happens. Might have to go around. Who knows? That looks like it there actually. There's the airport. Go back left. Okay. A bit slower, please. Should be to our right. There it is. Autopilot off. Let's come round. Hold the nose up. Cut the throttle. I need to get some flaps down. There we go. Flap stage 1. Watching speed. Whee. Bit of a gust there. Stage 2. Trim down, trim down, trim down. Keep speed at what we're at. Trim up, trim up. We're quite high. Full flaps. Trim down, trim down. Cut throttle, cut throttle. Let's drop out the sky. Let's get some. Got a very, very long runway, so I'm not worried too much about hitting the threshold. Probably will though. Watch the speed. 83 on the limit. That'll do.
500.
Yeah, 500. Yeah, we'll manage to do this. Here we go. We're coming down. Coming down. $1,200 revs. We don't want to idle it down because that will. If you got to go around, it will shock the engine. A bit of right pedal, a bit of left pedal. Here we go, coming down now, left pedal, whoa, left pedal, whoa, steady, steady. Hold the nose up, hold the nose up. Speed's coming down, hold the nose up, there we go. Left pedal, keep in the middle if we can. Now we can cut the throttle. Looking to come off the runway at the next exit if we can.
Cessna Echo Victor Golf, turn next taxiway.
Okay, fuel pump off. Let's get some speed off. Flaps up. Landing lights off.
Cessna
Taxi
Echo Victor
lights
Golf,
on.
contact ground on 124.955.
Okay.
124.955 Cessna Echo Victor Golf. Goodbye.
Strobes off. Fuel pump is off. Okay, let's bring it to a rest here. Turn him off because he doesn't do any parking for me. Let's find somewhere to park.
Harwarden ground Cessna Golf, Kilo Echo Victor Golf taxi to parking.
Back up to 1,000 revs.
Cessna Golf, Kilo Echo Victor Golf taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Bravo Echo Cross runway 22 Alpha Delta.
Oh, gold.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Bravo Echo Cross runway 22 Alpha Delta Cessna Echo Victor Golf.
And this is something else I don't like about this, is that if I'm crossing a runway, you should ask permission to cross it when you get there. But they've given me permission to cross it here, which anything could happen between now and then. So anyway, let's go and find somewhere to park. There we are, we're crossing 04 and 22 again. So technically we should hold here. Ask permission to cross. Get permission to cross. Put strobes on. I'm on the runway. Check myself that it is clear. It is clear. We're actually using runway. Get to the other side. Or are we going back? I don't know which way. It's getting a bit weird. This is. Which way are we going? We're going right or left? We are going right. Okay, you would, in theory, have a ground chart if you haven't been here before. So you can follow that. But I ain't paying for that sort of stuff. I'll just follow this, a very subtle ribbon that I've got. Right, strobes off, getting off the runway now. Okay, I can see where we're going to go. Watching the ground marshal. Slow it down a little bit. Around to the right. Stop it there. Okay, mate. 1,000 revs for 1 minute. I don't know why it used to be. Well, I don't know whether this new one does because I haven't got a carb on it. I presume it's fuel injected. Anyway, parking brake on. And we sort of sit here for 1 minute if you want, but doesn't matter much. Taxi light off. Daylight doesn't matter. At night you turn it off because you could blind him. But it's daytime at the moment. Fuel pump is off. Okay. Mixture weak. There we go. Throttles and everything north off. Taxi light off. Oh, taxi light's already off. Nav off. Beacon off. Avionics off. Alternator off. Battery off. And master switch back to off. And thanks for watching.